This is the JCB Lifestyle Channel. Today, we'll be talking about and discussing the Google Pixel 8 Pro. I will throw the link up on the description. It's on Google Store, Amazon, and other retailers and outlets. This is under the T-Mobile plan, and I've used T-Mobile with this, and we'll get started with discussing the specs of it. So this particular phone comes in 3 colorways. It comes in Obsidian, which is a black. It comes in Porcelain, which is a white. And it comes in Bay Blue, which is what I have here. Let's talk about the display. The display is a full 6.7-inch screen. It has a 20:9 aspect ratio. It has 489 PPUs, and it has a smooth display of 60 to 120 hertz. It has a Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 cover glass and always on display at a glance and now playing. All right, let's talk about the weight. This is 213 grams and it's 7.5 ounces. Let's talk about the battery. The battery on this is the claims of Google, 24 plus battery hour battery life, and up to 72-hour battery life with extreme battery saver. This has 5,050 mega amps when it comes to the batteries. It has fast charging up to 50% charge in 30 minutes and fast charge wireless, as well as battery share, similar to Samsung's battery share, where you put another unit that is wirelessly charged on top of the unit and it will charge. This processor is a Google Tensor G3 and a Titan M2 security coprocessor. This memory on this model is a 12 gigabytes RAM and 128 gigabytes storage. The cost of this particular unit is $999 currently on Google Store. Now, what we want to do is talk about, they have 7 years of OS updates, which is unheard of in the industry. That means that in the next 7 years, they will give you the latest Google update and software. Let's talk about the camera unit. This is going to be one of the latest camera housing units that Google has come out with. The rear camera has 3 different cameras. It has, the first camera is 50 megapixels wide camera. It has a 48 megapixel quad PD camera, and it has a 40 megapixel telephoto camera, and ultra wide and autofocus. This also has a multi-zone laser detect autofocus, as well as an optical electronic image stabilization on wide and telephotos. The front camera has a 10.5 megapixel dual PD selfie camera with autofocus and has a 95-degree ultra wide field of view. On the rear camera, we have a 4K video recording with 24 to 60 frames per second. Also a 1080p video recording at 24 to 60 frames per second. The front camera also has 4K video recording at 24 to 60 frames per second. This includes audio, magic eraser, video boost, night sight video, macro focus, as well as cinematic blur, and other attributes to their camera. So we've talked about enough. Let's talk about this particular model, the Bay Blue Google Pixel 8 Pro. Let's see what's in the box. So here is the unit. This unit is absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. It reminds me of the North Carolina Tar Heels color blue. What is also included in the box is the USB-C to USB-C cable, as well as the transfer tool in order for you to transfer at a USB level with the USB. And nothing else. This is the unit. I've already inputted my data in here. Once again, this one is from a T-Mobile perspective. So as a T-Mobile user, I have no complaints about the performance of this particular unit. Okay, so this particular model is using the latest software, Google's Android 14. This includes the gesture navigation. As you can see, We can swipe up and we can pull all of our latest applications with the quickness. And as you can see, the 120 hertz smooth display is working and operating wonderfully. So let's look into a couple of apps that Google has optimized for this phone. This is Instagram, which is great. And as you can see, this has all the fixings and all of the display that you ever need in order for you to see every single Google, every single image, and every single account. And as you can see, this is showing the latest artificial intelligence wallpapers as displayed. And if we can go, in order for you to set those wallpapers, you go into the settings and you go to wallpaper style, and you'll go to the artificial intelligence wallpaper, where you would select more wallpaper, and then you go to AI wallpaper, and all you have to do is select one of the images, and you can change, the name of what you're trying to include, and you can add other elements to it to create a wallpaper. And give it about maybe 2 minutes, and you can come up with your own individual artificial creation. What I selected today was Mineral, and it's a close-up image of azurite with vibrant hues. And as you can see, this is absolutely fantastic and amazing, and unheard of in the industry when it comes to wallpapers. I absolutely enjoy it. In order for you to set that wallpaper, you'll go here and set wallpaper. And as you can see, it's in my background, and it's also in my lock screen. Isn't that amazing and gorgeous? Okay, so let's look at just some images that Google has produced. So let's look at a selfie camera. So this is the 10.5 megapixel selfie camera. And as you can see, it has all the details, and that's me, by the way. It has all the details, including my gray hair in the elevator. And also, I was able to, utilize the images. Okay, let's talk about battery life. So Google claims that this has a 24-hour plus battery life, and I tend to agree. If I were to go out for the rest of the day and not necessarily overutilize the phone, I would definitely be able to come home with enough to last me for the rest of the night. And just holding it in your hand, you can also kind of feel a little heat whenever you're using the phone intensely. But that is easily solved, and whenever you pop on the case on there. In this particular case, is just a clear case, got from T-Mobile, and as you can see, it just pops right on it, and it just keeps the integrity of the color, and you can be able to see it with the little smudges. I would say this phone also has a lot of smudges if you actually touch the camera. This particular, if you put your finger on this, you can just obviously see the smudges in the foot of the entire thing. If I can show you a little bit further. However, it does not take away from just how beautiful this phone is and just how innovative Google has been when it comes to creating an experience. And this is no doubt an experience. I would say using this as my daily driver has been great. I was able to, watch full-fledged YouTube videos without missing a beat. And, I really love anime. So here's just a kind of, video of what image quality that you can see here. And as you can see, I have the full screen and the full optimization, and it's crystal clear. I would say, uploading YouTube videos on this phone has been great of an experience. And as you can see, it does the picture in display, and it'll help you keep going with the other tasks. This also has the multi-function of multi-use screen, where you can pop in 2 different apps at the same time. And it's not functioning right, but there you go, split screen. And I can see my settings and I can see the Google. And as you can see, I got both screens and it goes portrait mode as well as landscape mode. Okay, let's talk about the things that I don't like. I am a Samsung Fold 5 user as my daily driver, and I'm so used to just opening up the app and closing the phone. So I would say the lack of a wider screen would probably be the cons of what I don't like. I don't like the fact that whenever you're walking around and you're in the sun and you're playing your game and everything else on it, it does heat up, which is annoying. On my Samsung Galaxy Fold 5, it doesn't really heat up as I'm being more intense with my application usage. However, it does eventually cool down, and it's much improved from the previous Google Pixel 7 Pro. Currently, I'm using Nova Launcher as like my launcher. I really wish that Google kind of would take notes when it comes to their particular launcher to make it more freewheeling and more just customizable, but that is to be determined. But overall, my experience with the Google Pixel Pro is amazing. Even at the $999 price, it's still worth it. It's cheaper than a lot of the flagships out there. And also, just wait a few months, you can catch this phone on sale somewhere. I typically, if you don't mind using, slightly used, refurbished or used phones, you can go on like eBay to find them. If you don't want to pay the full price. However, this is an amazing phone. And this concludes my review of the Google Pixel Pro 8 Pro.